There are several people who we've interviewed for the Icon Maker Summit that have very personal journeys of what brought them to entrepreneurship. And Dagmar Fleming is no exception to that. She has an amazing story of overcoming communist limitations to lead her to where she is today. And she has founded a global consulting empire. She really takes a very holistic approach to entrepreneurial success. And she talks about, in this interview, the mindset mastery techniques that are necessary for you and for me and for all of us to break through emotional barriers. Enjoy this conversation.
Dagmar, are you having fun on the Marketer's Cruise?
Oh, it's been absolutely amazing.
I love it. Tell me a little bit about the work that you do. How do you describe to others what you do?
My focus is on helping entrepreneurs and business owners actualize their potential, accelerate their growth, and really fulfill their bigger life mission. And I do that by releasing emotional and mental blocks to success, because no matter what income level we are at, we always have these limiting beliefs or sabotaging behaviors that keep us stuck where we are now while we are yearning for a breakthrough.
I think what you're touching on is so key and so important. I'm not sure all entrepreneurs know that they're running into those issues because they're so focused on the next step, the marketing and all the fancy stuff that they do online. But it all starts in what you believe about yourself and your ability. What is the biggest challenge you see with entrepreneurs in that space?
The biggest challenge I see is that we're always focused on the next marketing strategy, the next client acquisition program. But until we fix our mindset behind these desires, we're not really prepared for expansion and growth. Most of us actually like to keep ourselves a little bit more private and small. So sometimes there is lack of coherence between what we think we want and where we are emotionally and mentally. So you might think that you want to make $1 million in your business, but you're running on these subconscious beliefs that $1 million means a lot of headaches, HR issues, managing people. And these kind of preconceptions about each income level are keeping us from actually reaching the desire that we have.
What are you most proud of? It could be personally, for something you've accomplished for yourself or for others.
I've come from an ex-communist country. And when I came to America, I was so exhilarated about embracing free market economy. But I very quickly realized that these limiting beliefs from our childhood, the programming, which for most people, no matter which country you live in, are exposing us to these concepts like, I have to work hard for my money, or money is the root of all evil. So while I was trying to pursue the American dream, at the back of my head, these beliefs that were limiting me were causing me to sabotage my own success. And by overcoming that past, I was able to open my own global consulting company, travel the world, and really enjoy the lifestyle.
In terms of what you're working on now, what are some exciting projects that you would like to share with us today?
Thank you. So, interestingly, back around 2012, I realized that pursuing an international business career while thrilling was not actually the bigger legacy that I want to leave behind. So I was born with certain intuitive and empathic healing abilities. And the time in my life came to realize these abilities and to really share them with others. So I launched Unlock Your Success mentorship programs for entrepreneurs like me who wanted to really get to that next level by clearing the emotional baggage, as I call it. And I thought that it was it. This is going to be my legacy, my accomplishment for the rest of my life. But little did I know is that my soul called me to that next stage of my growth, and that was launching the Athena Circle, which is a community for women entrepreneurs who are visionaries, who want to lead the change of consciousness on this planet. And we are all about embracing holistic success, which means body, mind, spirit connection, because we are spiritual beings. So jokingly, I call us business badasses and spiritual gangsters.
It's brilliant. I love that. I just want to go back to you came from a communist country, and you said you came to America, and you had to really kind of reframe a lot of things. What do you think is holding most entrepreneurs back right now? I mean, I know mindset, like in general terms, but like, what specifically can they work on, maybe even on their own, after watching or listening to this, that could be actionable today that they could do?
So awareness is is the first stage to change, and a lot of times we are running these mental programs that we're completely not aware of. So tangible exercise that I would recommend for any entrepreneur willing to double or triple their income is to take a piece of paper, write down their desired income level, and next to it, take a moment, meditate, or quiet your mind and ask yourself a question. How am I actually feeling about that number? And there will be the positive and thrilling and exciting moments as you gaze upon that number. But if you give yourself a moment, you'll realize that there's also some fear, anxiety, maybe lack of clarity on how you're going to get there. So when we give ourselves opportunity to dissect what's going on in our mind, to really understand it, now we are able to do something about it. Because what's hidden cannot be addressed.
Tell me about the vision for the future in your work.
My vision is all about leading women entrepreneurs and business owners to the biggest, largest, most exciting life purpose they can have and they can accomplish. Because I think authenticity and standing in the power of yourself is where we become the most powerful. And when we give ourselves permission to simply be ourselves as we are and who we are and pursuing those passions, it leads to prosperity.
I want to shift gears to technology. Are you a big tech user? Do you love technology?
Absolutely. Who doesn't? Makes our life easier.
Well, we hope it does, right? We're using the right tools. So what are some tools that you use? Maybe one or two tech tools, resources, apps that are really blowing your mind these days and that you want to share with others?
Absolutely. This may already be known to our audience, but I regularly use Otter. No matter where I go, whether grocery shopping or taking a walk with my dog, I take my iPhone with it and Otter is on it. And what I use it for is to create articles, to create concepts for workshops, because inspiration comes to us at the most unexpected moments. And if you don't have a tool to immediately grab it, you'll have to start doing this from scratch. So usually when I take my dog for a walk, by the time we come back, not only he's very happy, but I've already created an article. So all I have to do is transcribe it and polish it, being Polish pun intended, and send it out to the world.
That's great. Dagmar, this has been really fun. Thank you so much for sharing your insights with us. And just what is one last piece of advice that you would give to a coach, a consultant, an entrepreneur who's really looking to grow and scale, might be facing some of those marketing challenges that so many people face?
My advice is to give yourself permission to be afraid. And what I mean by that, most people stop when they're facing fear. We have this desire to retract and not to expand or go beyond what we typically do. And that's evolutionarily mandated by the reptilian brain that we have in the limbic system that is always protecting us. So just realize that fear is telling you that you're doing something out of ordinary, something different. And different actions create different results. So if you want to take a quantum leap, if you want to exponentially expand, do something different, and let the fear, instead of stopping you in your tracks, become an indicator that you are on your way to greatness.
Dagmar, thank you so much. Really appreciate this.
Thank you.